Howdy, Mr. Mobley. We just talked, or Mobley. We just talked on the phone. I'm Brian Davis. I'm showing you our street, Tuxedo Avenue, where we live, in close to Decatur, but still in the Atlanta area. Our house is right there, where you see the American flag. We have a oak tree out here in the front, which tends to drop limbs, and also have a maple here in the front of the house too, which is a fantastic climbing tree for the kids. You asked me to show you the property, so I thought I'd give you a video tour. We're coming across the front of the house now. This is 2007 Tuxedo Avenue. By the way, vote for Leslie Grant for the APS District 1 if you can. Okay, so here we are coming into the front of the house. Again, this beautiful maple that we have out front, which we call Luna. All the kids in the neighborhood play on it. Here's the side of the house, coming up the driveway, and of course you see our neighbors to the left. And we're walking into the backyard where this tree is that we would like to remove, so we can more successfully build a landscape in the back where we can have numerous food-producing plants, which we're thinking about if we're successful, actually trying to sell to restaurants, if possible. There's our deck. Our dogs are excited to see me. Old garage, of course. And we're looking at the back of the house here. Trees all around. We got dogwoods here. That's a holly over there, of course not a tree. Our neighbor, there's the tree canopy there. Now, here are the garden berms, as they're called. There are 9 of these. Edible Yard and Garden came in and dug some trenches in here, and the water all goes from berm to berm when it floods, or not when it floods, when we get enough rain. The rain will come out of our cistern, come into this berm, and then when it gets high enough, we'll go to this berm, and then go to this next berm over here. I'm sorry, here. And once this overflows with water, it goes to here, and then to here, and then on down to the next berm, and then to the next berm, and then when that overflows, it comes down to the back of the property to these 2 berms back here. Now, around all of these berms will be these plantings that I've told you about, and you can see those in the here's the last berm here, and you can see those in the PDF that I sent you. Here's the children's play set, and the pecan tree we want to take down is this one right here. It's in the middle here. You see it's leaning quite a lot, quite large, and of course here you can see some dead branches there, and worried about that this can destroy what we are about to plant. Plus, we're about to, this playset's going to go, but we're going to replace it with a living willow here in this area where the kids will have a playhouse that's actually a living willow tree, which would be under this pecan tree. But this is the pecan tree we want to take out, the only one. We will be, if you look at the plan, we'll be planting more trees in the back here, some chestnut trees, some fig trees up front, quite a lot of plants and green space. And it will, the growth of these plants and this cistern system where the water's coming off the house and keeping the yard moist will attract a lot of wildlife. I believe more wildlife than if we keep this pecan tree in, and it shades us too much to where these won't be as productive, these berms with the plants. And also with dead limbs like you see up here. I think we can see it. The light's playing tricks with me. But there's one coming out here, and there's another one here in the middle, which you can't see. It's caught. But thank you for looking at this video. Just to show you a little bit more, now I'm coming up back to the house. These are the cisterns that I mentioned earlier. It's 1,300 gallons worth of water, which we're capturing off the back of the house here. Good rain fills them up, and then the water is used to keep this backyard moist. And again, We want to take this tree out not only for safety purposes, the limbs drop on the play area for the kids, and also drop on the plantings that we do, but also to increase the sun that we get in this area where the plants will thrive and create a moister landscape for the animals and us, and hopefully a more productive planting where the plants produce food. Which, by the way, I don't know if we'd be able to sell them, but we'd also see if we could donate them to Clifton Shelter down the road from us. There's going to be no way we'll be able to eat all the food that will be produced here. I hope that gives you a good idea of what's happening in the backyard. Thanks for listening, and if this goes on to the next committee, I hope that you will have watched this video as well, and thank you for doing so. That's our neighbor too over here, who is also in favor of taking that pecan tree down. Again, just one last look of it coming from the back of the house. It's right there on the line. Just stepped in dog poo. Right here on the line, which that's actually on our property. We had to build this fence on this side of it so we could place the fence in our yard and not in our neighbor's yard. All right, thanks very much.